What's good, YouTube? Didn't mean to point a knife at you, my bad. What's good, YouTube? Dawson here from JD Hunters, back with another video, and finally back with another Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts unboxing video. This video is very highly anticipated. I have been waiting for these figures ever since I somehow managed to secure my orders when they released. These are, of course, my SDCC event exclusive figures. I've got all four inside of this box, at least I should. If you guys are excited to see this unboxing and get my thoughts on these four figures, make sure you smash that like button down below. And for all of you who have been asking or wondering where my next Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts collection update video is, I wasn't able to do one for August, mostly because I was waiting for these four figures, but I'm telling you guys, it is going to be worth the wait. This is definitely the biggest change from video to video in my collection, so this one is going to be an absolute banger. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you know right away when that video is dropping. It is coming on your head top very soon. So subscribe, like this video. We are on the road to 700 subscribers. Without further ado, I've been waiting long enough. Let's open up these figures. All right, here we go, guys. I got my box here. Now, some of you may know that I am in Canada. If I've got any fellow Canadian collectors wondering how I get my premium Bandai stuff, for the most part, for the regular releases, I just get it off of import sites, either from Japan or Europe. But for these, I used a cross-border pickup service, shipped it to them, and then they shipped it to me. So it did cost a little bit extra, but it was still ultimately cheaper than me paying resale for all four of these figures, and I felt like I needed all four of them for my collection, so here we go. And here we go, boys. All four, all in very nice shippers. We've got Beerus, we've got Whis. Oh man, I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited for a figure unboxing in a very long time. We've got Nappa, and of course we've got Super Saiyan God Goku. So make sure you guys let me know down in the comments below if you guys struck out on these, if you had any luck, if you got all four, if you got some of them, whatever it was. If you got the pre-order release for the ones that are going to be coming out, I believe sometime next year. Which one should I start with? All right, I think what I'm going to do is open them in reverse order of the ones I'm most excited for. So I'm going to start with Whis. And it's not that I'm not excited for Whis, I just would probably put him at the bottom of the totem pole. And there it is, man. That black box art on these exclusive just hits diffy, am I right? Come on out of there. Beautiful. All right, guys, this is not going to be a super formal review. I'm not going to go over every single accessory. You guys can go to a different channel for that. I'm just going to give you guys my brief thoughts. Maybe I'll give it a score out of 10 like I usually do. Here's the box art for anybody wondering. We got pink on the Whis box. Looks absolutely beautiful. And here is the figure, boys. Absolutely incredible. So I know the difference between the original release of Whis, as we pull him out here. Whoa. Is we get a bit of a metallic pearl finish here on the hair. That neck articulation is going crazy right now. And then we get some added shading. Really nice touch. You can see it here on his like gi or whatever we're going to call this. But yeah, finally able to add Whis to my collection with these event exclusives. It's really an opportunity for, I guess, newer collectors or even older collectors who missed out on those original releases to get figures that are really expensive on the aftermarket. So definitely, I would say some mixed feelings within the community about stuff like this. But for me personally, as somebody who never had the original Whis or any of these other figures, and same with the last year's releases with 17 and 18, I'm definitely not complaining about it, man. All right, so some brief thoughts on this figure. The face sculpt looks incredible. I really like the added shading. The paint applications look great. This metallic gold here is super dope. One thing I am curious about is that this like dress material, it's solid. It's not like that squishy rubber. Like it's not malleable at all. I can't squish it. I was thinking it was going to be more like soft, sort of like Zamasu if you guys have that figure. So yeah, that would be sort of a complaint. You're not going to get a ton of articulation, but that's not really a huge issue because, I mean, Whis never really gets into any crazy action. He's too advanced for all that smoke. Here's his little wand accessory. Looks amazing with the clear plastic in here to make it look like the little orb is hovering. That is super dope. I kind of wish we had like an interchangeable orb. Like when it like lights up green or whatever when he's on the phone. Hitting up Bulma low-key, sliding in the DM. But yeah, guys, there is Whis. I'm not going to pose him up and put him on the shelf. He will be in the next collection update, so make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys turn on post notifications so you know when that video is up. He's going to be looking dope in my display. But let's move on to the next figure. All right, we're going to do Nappa next. This is the only Dragon Ball Z figure we got from this year's event exclusive lineup. Everybody else obviously from Dragon Ball Super, but very excited to get Nappa. I obviously didn't get the original release, and to be honest, I'm glad I didn't, because this one is the anime colored version. We get the yellow on the armor as opposed to the brown, which we got on the original release, which was the manga colors. So I really feel like we need a shirtless Nappa. I feel like a lot of like the super dope, memorable moments from the Saiyan saga with Nappa are when his armor is already like destroyed, when he fights Goku, when he shoots the blast at Gohan and Piccolo saves him. All of these moments take place after his armor has like been fried off. So yeah, this is my first time ever seeing a Nappa figure. He looks great. He's huge. I love the shading we get in the little grooves of his muscles. The armor looks super clean. We get a couple of different heads. We got some screaming heads, or this is kind of like his side-eye head. We get the screaming one over here, and then we also get a Scouter. That purple Scouter looks dope. He's got a couple of different hand options, not a ton. I do think the one thing this figure is missing is some sort of like effect part. Some of the beams that he shoots out, especially to recreate that scene of him blasting Gohan and Piccolo. But ultimately, you know, this figure looks really good. It's clean. The paint job is fantastic. Articulation seems pretty good, especially for a bigger figure. It's going to be sort of in line with Broly, with Jiren, any other figure like that, a little bit bigger. The sort of oversized characters. But yeah, man, super happy to add Nappa to my collection. Let's move on to the next figure. All right, next up we are going to do Beerus, number 2 out of 4. If you guys haven't seen my diorama building video, I literally made a Battle of the Gods diorama video specifically for Beerus and this God Goku that I have right here. And I did it before I actually secured these figures. So for a moment there, I was nervous that I built it for absolutely nothing. When I was worried I wasn't actually going to be able to get these figures. And here we go, guys. Lord Beerus. There he is. Wow. A figure I was unsure if I would ever actually have in my collection. We get the blue box. Kind of wish it was purple, but the blue's cool too. And here he is, guys. Just looks absolutely incredible. The shading on the blue pants is just gorgeous. We get like a dark blue adding on top of the light blue, looks fantastic. A metallic finish along his little chest plate here. We get some metallic paint along his gold bands as well, his earrings. Everything looks super clean. One of my favorite, I would say, new characters introduced in Dragon Ball Super, no doubt, if not my favorite new character that was introduced. So yeah, I can't wait to have him fighting Super Saiyan God Goku in my new diorama. If you haven't checked out that diorama video, definitely I recommend go checking it out. We do get a few different heads as well as that tail down there, but we get a screaming head. And I believe this is new. This was not with the original figure, this yawning head. If I wasn't gonna have him fighting Goku, I really love that head sculpt, it's super dope. But yeah, pretty standard in terms of hands, accessories. We get the tail, like I said. We get the little Hakai hand right here, that's super dope. We also get the little pointing finger for when he's about to like destroy the entire world. But yeah, I love this Beerus figure, no complaints from me. Can't wait to get him posed up on the shelf. And without further ado, let's move on to the last, but certainly not least figure. That is Super Saiyan God Goku. Here we go, guys. My last figure, the one that I'm most excited for. Look at that like rose, pinkish red color on the box. This looks beautiful. Oh, that's backwards. And bam, look at that. Man, I'm so excited for this figure. If you guys didn't know, I sort of kit bashed a Super Saiyan God Goku. I bought the demoniacal fit head and an extra Super Saiyan blue body from the Broly movie. But yeah, definitely wasn't complaining about being able to get an official version of Super Saiyan God Goku. Man, just shout out to Tamashi for the box art. I love the colors. I love that they're black instead of white, which sort of differentiates the event exclusives from the regular releases. But yeah, so now I have a Super Saiyan God Goku for my Broly movie display, and then this one will work in the Battle of Gods display. Now, compared to the original release, this hair is much darker. They went for a sort of translucent finish to it. I do like the gi on this one a little bit better. I think the other one was just really light, and I wasn't a super big fan of it. I'm not sure if this is a new Goku body, because technically, oh, There we go. Because technically he should be a little bit thinner, and I believe, yeah, he is. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have even said that. The arms are definitely thinner compared to a regular Goku release, so I appreciate that. They could have just skipped out on it, used the regular body. But they went true to form. We get nice shading here, a little bit of a darker orange in around the knees. No shading on the arms, which is a bit of a letdown. I don't know what the deal with the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball figures is with the shading. Some of them have it, some of them don't. But I feel like whenever we're getting a premium figure, especially an event exclusive, we should almost always get shading. There's really no excuse for them to not do it. We got it on all 3 of the other figures, so why we didn't get it on Goku, I don't know. But yeah, man, everything else, it's standard. Here's a look at the faces. They all look great. The eyebrows are that pinkish red, so it does sort of mismatch with the hair. So little nitpicky things, but overall, this is an official release. You know, you don't have to worry about bootleg articulation. You don't have to worry about kit bashing, stuff like that. So really happy to have a Super Saiyan God Goku in my collection. But yeah, man, before we close out this video, I'm going to give each of these figures a score out of 10. All right, starting with Mr. Goku here, Super Saiyan God, Son Goku. Can't wait to get this guy up on the display. I'm going to give him an 8.4 out of 10. Just some issues, I think, in terms of paint applications. We got shading on the orange, but not on the skin, and not on the blue either. And then I think just the hair doesn't really match the eyebrows. But overall, very, very happy to have this figure in my collection. Next up, Lord Beerus. And again, I'm doing these ratings without actually trying to pose them, so, you know, take it for what it's worth. I'm going to give this guy a 9.5. I don't want to go too high because I haven't, you know, articulated him. They could have done some shading, I think, on the purple skin. That would have been nice. But all the accessories look awesome. The different hands, the different heads. The figure looks amazing. Love the shading on the pants. So 9.5 for Lord Beerus. And then with Nappa, again, my disappointment with him was sort of with the lack of accessories, I guess, lack of energy effects that I think really would have gone super well with this figure. But overall, I'm happy with him. I'm going to give him an 8.9. I think it could have done with a little bit more shading in those effect parts, like I said. But happy to add him to my collection all the same. All right, next up is Whis. I think this is probably the best made figure and will get my highest score. I'm gonna give Whis a 9.6. The shading is really good. I like the sort of pearly metallic finish on the hair that they did. Paint apps everywhere are good. I like the different faces. I think to give it a 10 out of 10, I wish we got the Oracle fish, man. I think that would have been a good accessory to go with Whis or Beerus. Either one. Maybe some food to go with them, like a little ramen cup or some pizza. I don't know. Something to really push it over the edge for me to give it a 10. But man, here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am so excited to have these in my collection. Glad I was able to pick them up. So let me know, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys were able to pick up these figures, let me know down in the comments. I hope all of my subscribers were as lucky as I am. And if you're excited for that collection update, which will be dropping on your head top very soon. And that's going to do it for today's video. So until next time, guys, peace.